The armaments industry in Slovakia contributed 1.14 billion euros to the gross domestic product. We basically pulled economic growth, because if you consider the huge problem of economic growth in the European Union, Germany today is practically at zero. Thus, the arms industry has played an extremely important role as a driver of economic growth. If someone wants to come up with a proposal to stop the import of nuclear fuel to Slovakia from the Russian Federation, I cannot support that. Quite simply, I cannot support this because we can close 5 nuclear reactors. That's the way it is, and anybody can tell you what they want, that we're going to import some fuel from somewhere, we're not going to give it, we're going to take it. It takes years to put any foreign fuel into the reactors we have in Slovakia. So I repeat once again, if there are sanctions that will harm Slovakia, we will block nation-state interests. But there are also sanctions that we have nothing to do with, that simply have absolutely no effect. And the European Union insists terribly on them for the sake of some unity. So we are not a member of the European Union. At the same time, it is perhaps also the result of the very difficult relationship that Europe has with the United States today. The United States of America is very clear that if Europe wants the United States to participate in providing security for Europe, then the member states in this club will have to pay extra. I'll use this club expression. I think the arms companies are wringing their hands again, but the atmosphere is so tense and so bad that avoiding some kind of incremental increase in defense spending is virtually impossible. The question is how much it should be, what it should look like. I think that the most important thing for us, for Slovakia, is that if there is any increase in defense spending, we will want to use this increased spending for dual-use projects. If today we are building a hospital in Prešov with money from the Ministry of Defense, I repeat, if it will significantly help the Ministry of Defense to build a hospital in Bratislava. If the hospital in Ružomberok is being reconstructed today and large projects are being carried out, we can also use the resources from the Ministry of Defense to repair the infrastructure. That means bridges. We even know that it could go into school infrastructure. So if there is a reasonable proposal, but if someone thinks we are going to jump from 2% to 5% tomorrow, forget it. That's impossible. I'm talking about an atmosphere that's insane in terms of weaponization. That is not in Peter Pellegrini's sense. This is the atmosphere and the vibe that is caused by the fact that arms companies need to make money. That's how the pressure was created, what pressure was created.